Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to another review from Toggle Computers. My name is Mike. So today we're going to go over here. This is the Unifi Protect line, and this is the UVC-G3 bullet cam. This guy, pretty nice little camera here. So we're going to go ahead and open it up. So pretty straightforward here on the box. Little sleeve. Box opens up here to a clamshell. Of course, always make sure that when you're opening it there, you double check, test date, genuine Ubiquiti product there. So we can open up the clamshell. On the inside of the flap here, we've got a little bit of a shill here. Just kind of tells you, hey, these are the switches that these lines are, this is our Unifi switch line. They just kind of talk about the 24 and 48 port PoE switches that accompany these. So inside here, we've got our camera, and of course, pull that out. The quick start guide, of course. So, set this aside here and I'll show you what all comes in the package here. So we've got some mounting hardware. It's got the little rubber grommet there so you can put around your cable to keep the water out. Some drywall anchors, and then a couple of short threaded metal screws to attach this guy to the bottom of the bracket. This is actually a pole mount, so if you wanted to mount it on a round structure, you can use a strap there and hook that on. So let's go ahead and pop the camera out of the bag here. Alright, so one thing to note here is that this camera does have rotation, so you can loosen the nut here on the bottom, which allows the base to rotate that way, and then it also has articulation so that you can move it that way. So to completely remove the base for mounting and whatnot, just go ahead and unscrew that. It exposes the base. You can see it's got the teeth there and there, which provides kind of the locking feature as you clamp it down. The nut here is just plastic. This is an aluminum. So if we continue to unscrew here, we can remove the articulating base from the bottom of the camera, and then you're holding the actual camera itself in your hand there. We've got the PoE data connection there, our RJ45 jack, then a little reset button there in case you have to manually reset the camera. You can see there we've got our MAC ID. I definitely recommend writing down or keeping track of which MAC ID goes where. There is a little rubber cover that you see right there that can be removed. And so if we do, so if we pop that up, that exposes the SD card slot and the micro USB plug there. So this allows you to store directly to the camera, and I believe that's actually allows you to power the camera externally through that. So we'll go ahead and put that little waterproofing plug back on there. Now one other feature to note is this has a little sun visor here, so if you had some glare issues, you can always pull the little sun visor out there, and now we've got a nice little visor there so that you can help with shine on the camera lens. The camera itself, of course, it's surrounded by the infrared on the outside, so nice little IR grid. It's got a little IR sensor there that, and then a little photovoltaic sensor there, or excuse me, a photoelectric sensor there. Basically, tells whether or not it's day or night. Yeah, and that pretty much does it for the camera there. Of course, it's got the film on the camera and the IR. You can just go ahead and remove those when you get ready to use it. So pretty straightforward on the what's in the box there. It's simple, sweet, and straight to the point there. Nice little camera, pretty solid construction, really robust. I like the fact that there are metal components on here instead of just being all plastic like some of the other ones. So if you check out the quick start guide, of course, it just gives you directions on how to mount the camera, of course, how to plug it in, where to put the little grommet. Talks about, you know, the SD card cover there. And lastly, it mentions what this camera is meant to be used with. So these cameras are designed, of course, to be used with the Unifi Video 3 controller software. So you have a few options on what you can do to run with that. You can actually use the Unifi Cloud Key Gen 2 Plus, which is what I'm going to be using to test this guy initially with. You also can run the Unifi application server, which is the UASXG, and I believe that one runs around $500 to $600. And then they have the Unifi NVR, and that's a 2 terabyte NVR. The Unifi Cloud Key comes with a 1 terabyte, and I believe you can also get this to run on the newer Dream machine with a 4 terabyte hard drive as well. Don't hold me to that, I haven't tested that. You can also use a Linux or Windows computer server to run the software as well. So if you do not want to invest in one of the Unifi controllers, you always have the option, of course, to run it on a standalone system and then just use one of the PoE switches to power it. For me, I will be using the 16-port 150 watt PoE from Ubiquiti. That one ran, I believe, around $190 to $200 there. Makes it nice and clean. You can also run a PoE injector on these apparently, but it's not recommended. Let's see if there's any other super interesting features about it. Let's see here. It is 802.3 AOF PoE, so of course you can run it off the PoE compliant switch like I was talking to. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about. So what's cool about these two is that you can use the Unifi controller software, so you can actually set these guys up from the iPhone app, the Android app, or the Unifi controller app on the PC. So it makes it really easy to go through and initialize these cameras on the network, get them added to your existing platform, set them up, name them, and view them remotely as well via the cloud-based software that that Ubiquiti offers. And you can gain access to that by going to Ubiquiti's website, creating an account, and going through the hoopla and getting that all set up and linking it with one of your Cloud Key devices. Now remember, to use that, you're going to have to be running, of course, the video control software. So, that being said, I'll go ahead and wrap it up. Hopefully that gives you guys an idea of what comes in the box, what to expect, and what they're offering with this Unifi G3 Bullet Cam. I, for one, am very impressed with these little cameras, and look forward to deploying these and replacing all of my older Amcrest video cameras that I had previously. Appreciate you guys coming out. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Of course, like, subscribe, and all that jazz. And as always, have fun and be safe. Take care, guys. Thanks for watching.